Hey, my name is Rane and welcome back to another tutorial here in Geometry Dash. In the last video I showed you how you can make your player stop moving when hitting a wall and how you can make sure that you die when your player gets damage. In this video I'll be using what I've done in the last two videos to make a minigame in the style of just shapes and beats. If you don't know what that is, here's a few clips. So, in Just Shapes and Beats, your little blue cube dodging all the pink objects while everything that happens is perfectly synced to the music. And that's what I'll be trying to replicate in this video. The first thing I'm going to make are some red lines that just pop up on the screen. I'm going to use these 3D lines down here, make them red, and pow! Red line. Now I need collision blocks that will kill our player. That's collision 24, so we have to put in the block ID 3. Make sure it's dynamic and block ID 3. Make it small and boom! Last step as always, make sure all of it is group ID 1 so it moves with us. We also need another group ID, 23 in my case, alright. And the collision blocks need a new group ID as well, so I can toggle them on and off separately. Let's do that before I forget it. Deactivate 26 and use an alpha trigger to make the line, that is group ID 23, invisible. Cool! Boom! Now I will use another alpha trigger to kind of tease that the line is coming. It's only half visible and it won't kill you. Yet. And now we just need another one. And this one is going to make it 100% visible. To make sure this will kill us, I need to toggle on the collision blocks. Those were group ID 26 if I remember correctly. The block ID is irrelevant in this case, because that's used in the collision trigger. Like I said in the last video, don't mix up group ID and block ID. Now we use another alpha trigger to make the line invisible again, like that. I'm going to use a pulse trigger on the background so it looks more impactful. Also do that on the color 1. And now I want a little bit of shake. Oh, and also, I think the line should also pulsate a little bit. So another pulse trigger here. Okay, let's see what this would look like in an actual level. Ooh, nice. Okay, we have to make those collision blocks invisible. From now on, every collision block is going to be group ID 100. Why 100, you ask? Well, that's just easier to remember. That's why. And now we'll use an alpha trigger to make the collision blocks invisible. Okay, so now every block, not limited to the collision blocks, that has the group ID 100 on it will be invisible. Let's see what this looks like in the level. Ooh, nice. Remember, the collision blocks are still there. If you hit the line, you die. They're invisible, but they're not completely gone and they will kill you. Now, as you can see, the line is pretty much gone, but I'm still dying to the collision blocks. To make sure this doesn't happen, we need to remember to toggle off the collision blocks after the line disappears. When I play it now and I touch it, I die. I didn't really touch that. I'll have to make the hitbox smaller somehow, or the line bigger. But when I play now and wait for the line to go away, I can move on like nothing happened. And this would be it for now. I will repeat this process a few times and then I will see you when I'm done. Alright, here I am. This took about 15 minutes, so not too bad. I'm obviously not done. The level is maybe 10 seconds long, but this is a good showcase for what you can do right now. You can see here I added some little dots flying into the screen. They use move triggers to move in, alpha triggers to disappear, and toggle triggers to turn off the collision blocks. So that's fairly easy to do. The thick lines you see at the bottom and at the top are completely the same as the small lines we used. Except I didn't use the small 3D lines, I used regular blocks and the collision blocks are bigger. So, now you know how to make a very basic Just Shapes and Beats level. I will upload the finished level tomorrow and I will see you guys again in the next video. Bye bye!